Welcome back to some more British English shadowing practice with 25 phrasal verbs in each short sentence. So pay attention, listen carefully, repeat after me, and I'll explain the meanings of each phrasal verb. So without further ado, let's kick off. Number 1. I checked in at the hotel around noon. I checked in at the hotel around noon. Your turn. I checked in at the hotel around noon. Noon is midday, and check-in, I think we know, is when you give your passport to the receptionist before they give you your room at a hotel. Number 2. She showed up 20 minutes late. She showed up 20 minutes late. Your turn. And show up and turn up have the same meaning. Both of them mean to arrive or to appear. He showed up late. He turned up late. Number 3. We get along really well from the start. We got along really well from the start. Your turn. We got along really well from the start. Apologies. I thought it said we get along, but no, in the past. So one more time. We got along really well from the start. And get along well with is to have a good relationship with. We could also say we got on well with each other from the start. Number 4. He turned up unexpectedly at my door. He turned up unexpectedly at my door. Your turn. He turned up unexpectedly at my door. As I said, turn up, show up, and arrive or appear have the same meaning. He turned up unexpectedly at my door. Number 5. I cut down on coffee last month. I cut down on coffee last month. Your turn. I cut down on coffee last month. Cut down on or cut back on both mean reduce the consumption of something. I cut down on coffee last month. Number 6. They moved in just before Christmas. They moved in just before Christmas. Your turn. They moved in just before Christmas. Move in is to start living in a new flat, apartment, or house. They moved in just before Christmas. Number 7. Can you put away your clothes, please? Can you put away your clothes, please? Your turn. Can you put away your clothes, please? Put away is, to store, to keep something where it belongs. When speaking about clothes, in your wardrobe, your closet. Can you put away your clothes, please? Number 8. She broke down in tears during the speech. She broke down in tears during the speech. Your turn. She broke down in tears during the speech. Poor her. Break down is emotionally collapse. To start crying, out of control. And a car can break down if it stops working, but a person can break down if they have a panic attack or they got really, really, really emotional. She broke down in tears during the speech. Number 9. We went over the details once again. We went over the details once again. Your turn. We went over the details once again. Go over, one of my favorite phrasal verbs, one of the ones that I use the most, is to review, to recap. We went over the details once again. Number 10. He passed out from exhaustion after the race. He passed out from exhaustion after the race. Your turn. He passed out from exhaustion after the race. Poor guy. Pass out is to faint, to become unconscious. He ran so fast and so hard that he fainted. He passed out. Number 11. I held on to those old concert tickets. I held on to those old concert tickets. Your turn. I held on to those old concert tickets. Hold onto is to grab onto and not let go. So it is essentially just to keep. I held on to those old concert tickets. I didn't throw them away. Number 12. They brought up an interesting point. They brought up an interesting point. Your turn. They brought up an interesting point. Bring up a topic, a subject, or a point is to introduce it in a conversation. You can bring up a topic, bring up politics. Maybe not a good idea to bring up politics in a conversation, but they brought up an interesting point. Number 13. She called back a few minutes later. She called back a few minutes later. Your turn. She called back a few minutes later. Call back or ring back or even phone back. All of them mean to return the phone call. She called back a few minutes later. Number 14. We pulled over to take some photos. We pulled over to take some photos. Your turn. We pulled over to take some photos. Pull over is when you're driving on a road and you move to the side and park. If you have a police officer following you and their sirens are on, they might say, pull over, pull over. And this means go to the side and park. We pulled over to take some photos. Number 15. He made up an excuse for being late. He made up an excuse for being late. Your turn. He made up an excuse for being late. Make up has many different meanings, but in this case, it is to invent, to come up with. But make up can also be to become friends again. After a fight, you should kiss and make up. And the verb to make up doesn't mean put on your makeup or do your makeup. No, no, no. So that is a common mistake. Don't say, I'm making up if you are putting on lipstick. You are doing your makeup or putting on your makeup. Anyway, number 16. I cleaned up the kitchen before leaving. I cleaned up the kitchen before leaving. Your turn. I cleaned up the kitchen before leaving. This one's easy. Clean up is essentially the same as clean. It just sounds a little bit more colloquial or natural. Well, both are absolutely correct. 17. They step down from their positions. They step down from their positions. Your turn. They step down from their positions. Step down is to resign, to quit a job. Usually it is a job of quite a lot of stature, an important job. The Prime Minister can step down. Number 18. She paid back every penny she owed. She paid back every penny she owed. Your turn. She paid back every penny she owed. Like callback, payback is to return what you have borrowed. So she owed money, but she paid it back. She paid back every penny she owed. Number 19. We headed out just after breakfast. We headed out just after breakfast. Your turn. We headed out just after breakfast. Head out is the same as to go out. I'm going to head out after recording this. I'm going to go out after recording this. Number 20. He crossed out the wrong answer. He crossed out the wrong answer. Your turn. He crossed out the wrong answer. Ay, ay, ay. If you cross something out, literally, you make a cross or put a line across something you have written. So crossing it out. Number 21. I messed up my presentation yesterday. I messed up my presentation yesterday. Your turn. I messed up my presentation yesterday. Oh, mess up is to make a mistake or to do something badly. If you messed up your presentation, you did it badly. You made a mistake. Hopefully, this isn't true for anybody listening. I hope you don't mess up your next presentation. Number 22. They narrowed down the list to 3 options. They narrowed down the list to 3 options. Your turn. They narrowed down the list to 3 options. If you have a list and you narrow it down, it means you remove candidates. So it's like you are shortlisting. You are in the process of deciding. You're narrowing it down, making the possibilities narrower, fewer. Number 23. She handed in her assignment early. She handed in her assignment early. Your turn. She handed in her assignment early. Hand in is to submit, to give to your teacher, for example. She handed in her assignment early. Good for her. Number 24. We wrapped up the project last week. We wrapped up the project last week. Your turn. We wrapped up the project last week. Wrap up is to complete, to finish. And if you're giving a present and you want to put it in wrapping paper, you also wrap it up. We wrapped up the project last week. It's done and dusted. And finally, number 25. He spoke up when nobody else would. He spoke up when nobody else would. He spoke up when nobody else would. Good for him, because to speak up is to raise your voice, to speak louder, or to show your opinions. So if everybody else is quiet while something unfair is happening and you speak up, then you are showing your opinion. You're being very brave as a result. So he spoke up when nobody else would. So good for him. Good for him. And this was part 2 of my phrasal verb British English shadowing practice series. If you'd like me to make part 3 and 4, please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like. If you want to join my classes to keep practicing shadowing, phrasal verbs, slang, and idioms, and have me correct your mistakes, there is a link in the video description, and I'll see you next time. So, thank you, everybody. Always a pleasure, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye!